and welcome back. So as most of you know, I am a sophomore in college right now, which means that the new semester, spring semester, just started. It is January, I'm back at school, and I have all new classes and everything. So I figured this would be a good time to show you guys what is in my backpack and how I stay organized, / what kind of school supplies and stuff I'm using for school this semester. Now I do realize that unless you were in college, you're really not starting like a new semester. I don't think in high school we didn't start a new semester in January, but it was always one of my New Year's resolutions every year to like get more organized, stay more on top of things, you know, schoolwork, work, all that kind of stuff. So I figured why not just go ahead and show you guys anyway what I'm doing to stay organized and my tips and tricks and stuff like that, so maybe it could help some of you if that is your New Year's resolution. Okay, so this is my backpack and it's really heavy, and I have showed this backpack before in a couple of videos. This is the same backpack that I used last year for my freshman school year, but it is just a JanSport Trans backpack. It's just gray. Your standard whatever. I love these kind of backpacks. They're really, really sturdy, super inexpensive. I think I got this for like $25. Has a lot of pockets, holds everything I need, and it's lasting me 2 years so far, so that's a good deal. As you can see, it has a front zipper pocket here, a little bit larger pocket here, and then it has two big pockets. There's two zippers up top. So I have stuff in all of them. Oh, and I also forgot to show you, there's also a water bottle compartment over here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I keep in my backpack at all times, and then I'm also going to show you how I organize all my class material and just school supplies in general. So the first thing I have in my little side pocket is just my water bottle. I always take a water bottle, but then sometimes I'll bring a smoothie or something like that depending on how I'm feeling in the morning, and this is just my favorite one. It's a blender bottle. And then in this small pocket in the front here is where I keep all of my pens and pencils and everything. So I really, really, really hate taking notes. I'm not a good note taker, never was, and I don't enjoy writing, but I've noticed that something that helps me get more motivated to do it and enjoy it a little bit more is having cute pens and pencils. So I really love writing in a whole bunch of colorful pens in my notebook because I just think it's cute and I like to color coordinate things. So these are some of my favorite pens that I found. These ones I actually got at Walmart. They're just by the brand Uniball, and they're called Signo pens, and I just have them in 4 different colors, so they're really cute. They're just really vibrant, and I like to use one color for like each class. I color coordinate them. And some other pens that I really love are the Sharpie Thin Tip, I think is what they're called. Really thin Sharpie, so they're not thick and they don't bleed through the paper either. So I have these in all different colors as well, and I love using them to take notes. And then I also have just a black, a little bit thicker one that I use to take notes a lot too. And as for pencils, I feel like everybody loves this type of pencil. It's this Papermate mechanical pencil. They come in all different colors, and they're just really comfortable to hold and write with. Literally like the only pencil that I will use. So then in this middle pocket right here, whatever you want to call it, I have just my glasses. I wear contacts every day, but just in case I forget to put them in, don't have time to put them in, or maybe they were hurting my eyes, I do have my glasses in case I need them. And then I also have this little bag. This is one of those like Ipsy bags that I got, and they're really cute. And in here I just keep like feminine products, you know, you never know when you're gonna need them. And then I also have just a little makeup towelette in case I'm really not feeling my makeup that day, or in case like I sleep over at a friend's house or something. I can use that to take my makeup off and not sleep with it on. I also have a mini hairbrush because I love brushing my hair because it gets so tangly so easily. And then for some reason I have 2 pairs of headphones. I like to have these with me so that if I go to the library or I have downtime, I can use them to watch videos or something or listen to music, and no one else will have to hear all the stuff I'm listening to. I have my favorite pack of gum. This is the Orbit Wintermint. It's called Orbit Wintermint. Really good gum. I have a Baby Lips chapstick, and then this is a Warm Vanilla Sugar body mist. I also just carry an extra contact case just in case my contacts are bothering me and I need to take them out. Alright, so moving on to the 2 big pockets in the backpack. I normally like to take a snack with me to class because I always seem to get hungry while I'm in class. Like I'll eat right before, but then while I'm in class I always get hungry, and I get so self-conscious about my stomach growling. Like I feel like people can hear it because I can always hear other people's stomachs growling in class, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I always like to bring snacks, normally like pretzels or some crackers or something, just something small. And then I have an umbrella in here because you never know when you're gonna get stuck in the rain. And then I carry my wallet in here as well. So in the biggest pocket is where I keep all of my books, notebooks, binders, whatever, folders that I take to class. So I'm just going to show you all of the ones that I have so I can show you how I stay organized and what I do for each class. Also keep my laptop in the biggest section. There is like a little laptop sleeve to help protect it, so I always carry this in there. And then I also keep my planner in the biggest section. I've shown this before. I got this for Christmas this year actually, and I've been loving it. Spartina definitely makes my favorite planners ever. This really helps me to stay organized, as I like to write down all of my assignments. I like color code them by class like I had mentioned before. Pages are just more colorful. You can kind of see the different colors and stuff of what I write things in. I try to designate like a color per class so that it's easy to see like what class has assignments due. And then I write my work schedule down in here so I can plan out my time better as to when I need to do my homework. Is it because I have to go to work too, so I need to make sure I have time to do stuff. Okay, so moving on to my binders for each class. I do like to use binders. A couple classes I just use a folder for, but most of my classes I use binders, and I like to have each one a different color so that I can easily pick out which one is for which class. And then as well as the colors, I also label each one with a sticker up top that says what the class is, and I put that on the binder. I have a notebook that I also put the sticker on, and then also I put it on the textbook that I need to use for the class. So like I said, I have the binder and then I have the notebook, and then behind that I just put all the papers and everything that are important or that the assignments I have to do and all that kind of stuff. So this semester I am using a purple binder, a pink binder, a white binder, and this really pretty blue mint colored binder. So like I said, they're all for different classes, all different colors, all have labels on them, and then all have notebooks with labels on them, and then their class book with labels on them. I've tried using binders in the past for my math classes, but that really never works out. It's not practical enough. We get so many papers and stuff and like we're turning things in, and it's just not practical enough for my math class. So for math I normally just take a notebook and then a folder to go with it. The reason behind the colors that I picked and everything, I like to coordinate them by which day I have them on. So all my classes that are on Tuesday and Thursdays have blue notebooks, and then all my Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes have this pink notebook. So it's really easy when I'm going in the morning to grab my stuff. I can just grab all the pink notebooks or all the blue notebooks, and then I know that I have all the right ones. So one last tip that I have is kind of more, I guess, geared towards college students. My mom always did this kind of stuff for me when I was at home, but now that I'm living on my own, off at college, I have to be an adult, take care of myself. I have kind of made like my own folder. Well, this is a binder actually for like really important information. I use this honestly so much. It's like packed full. It has all sorts of important papers I have. So I just have this really cute Penn State University binder. So inside, this is gonna be kind of hard to show you, but inside I just have a whole bunch of like pamphlets and stuff that like the school gives me, or like things to do like around town, not just at school. And then I just have a whole bunch of these like plastic sleeve things that I can put all my papers and stuff in. So I have like maps of the campus, and then these are like my like recommended classes to take and like how my semester should look and stuff like that, and just a whole bunch of papers like from my advisor, like the College of Education, different requirements I need. I had to get a whole bunch of clearances done so I could work in the preschool this semester, so I have all the copies of that in there, like just literally everything. And then I also like to keep copies of my grades and how I've done each semester in here, so I print out a copy of each of them from each semester so I can see how my GPA has changed, the grades I've got, the classes I've already taken, how many credits I have, all that kind of stuff is nice. I still have stuff in here from my business plan when I was in there. And then I even keep stuff in here, like my printer came with a whole bunch of like setup stuff and instructions, so I put that in here just so I have that in case my printer ever malfunctions. I have letters that people have sent to me, pay stubs and stuff that I like to save in here. I have all my CATs, like certifications and papers and shot records and all that kind of stuff that it could be important in here. So this binder literally is like a lifesaver. I come to this for everything. It's just really nice to have all that stuff in one place. Alright, so that is basically how I'm staying organized for school this semester and what I keep in my backpack. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a big old thumbs up, and let me know if you guys have any other tips or tricks that you really find helpful for staying organized in school. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!